Hi, it's Kathleen from Bailey Academy. I'm a mom of five, homeschooling three of them, ages 9, 12, and 15, because they had birthdays. Today I wanted to share three kind of not really related tips, hacks, ideas, whichever you want to call them, for homeschooling. One is about geography, one is about critical thinking, and one is about what to do on days that you are just not feeling up to homeschooling. So, for first of all, geography. This is only going to work for grades 4 and up. My youngest daughter is in a grade 3 age, but I still recommend grade 4 and up for the most part. What we've been doing is I printed off resources from Twinkle. For me, it's twinkle.ca, but there's a website for every country practically. Twinkle.com if you're in the US. Go to one of those websites and go down to the bottom to see which one is yours. I do work with Twinkle, but I've been using their products since before I worked with them, so this is not a sponsored post. But I do have a relationship with them. What I did is I found pages that okay, sorry, I had to get the paper that I wanted to show you. So I found these on Twinkle. So whatever country you're studying, they almost have one for just about every country. But they also have a few blank ones, not blank, like generic ones you can use for countries that they don't have. So this is Madagascar. They're all a little bit different, but they often have a little map of where it is. Some of them have a flag to color in. This one lists the capital city, the currency, the population, the language, famous person, famous landmark, surrounding countries, and other facts. But other ones are a little bit different. This is the Egypt one that I found. And it has like a little picture. This one's Nigeria. It has a flag spot. So they're all a little bit different. They're designed that your kids can research them on their own and then fill them out. But what we do is we found the Geography Now videos on YouTube. So they don't have every country in the world just yet, but they've made till at least T, possibly further since the last time we looked. What we do is when we do social studies or geography, whatever country we're currently doing, we watch the Geography Now video, and they're anywhere from like 10 minutes to half an hour. And then we sit down at the table and use those sheets and fill in everything that we remembered from the video, and then we look up anything that we didn't already have. And it helps like just cement in what they saw in the video. So the videos are great. I'm going to get to the part that's not so great in a minute, but they're great because they talk about the people of the country, the like way the country looks like whether it's forests or whether it's rivers, is it, where in the world is it, and they show with really good like illustrations and graphics. And they talk about, the people, the religion, the language, even something as simple as what side of the road they drive on and which kind of plug they use. They have different like people who jump in and do like different hosts who come in. One person talks about the animals and one person's talking about the people, and they're really silly and they like laugh and joke with each other. So it has lots of good information, and it's nice to see people from that country as well. Sometimes in some cases, or they're showing real things, talking about the history, and some of them are years old, but some of them are fairly new because they're working their way through the alphabet. So they're close enough to the current data. The only downside about them is that they swear, but it's bleeped out, or they make slightly adult jokes. Not like, my kids don't understand most of what they say, and if they do, I'm not really worried about it. It's not adult jokes. That's not quite the right word. Mature jokes. I don't know. Anyway, so that's why I say grades 4 and up. I'm okay with my grade 3 watching it. Everything's over her head if she doesn't get it, and I'm not worried about bleeped swearing. But if that's something that's a no-go in your family, then obviously this wouldn't be for you. But it's working well for us, and it's a free resource. Well, the Geography Now is on YouTube, so as long as you have internet, that's free. And the Twinkle is not free, but their subscriptions is really cheap. And if you subscribe to the newsletter, you get emails from them, and every couple emails you can download a premium resource for free. So if there's just a few of them that you want, that's a good way to get free ones. But really, it's very cheap, and you can download as much as you want during the month. So the beginning of the month, I download every country that we're doing for that month, and I'm good to go. So that's for geography. The second one I wanted to talk about is critical thinking. Way that we do things is during our morning basket every Thursday is Critical Thinking Thursday. So I started off with just finding any free or cheap resource around. Maybe we did a word search, maybe we did a Sudoku, maybe we did word puzzle, things like that. But then I found these awesome brain teasers on Teachers Pay Teachers. I did have to pay for them, but they are $5 for 40 sheets. Since we only do one a week, that's 40 weeks of brain teasers. So the way that they show is that this is like number 6 here. They have different puzzles. So this one here, it says, find the animal based on the following clues. So it's a reddish color, it's a mammal, it has whiskers, and it's sly. What could it be? Or it's gray, it's aquatic, it has gills and sandpaper skin. The one at the top tends to change what exactly it is. So that one's find the animal. So this one is find the animal based on the following clues, but there's also like find the 3-letter word, or if this is a marble, what could these be? It shows like circles. It's like what based on the size, what could that be? This one here, this one always shows 3 symbols, and it says which one would be hydrogen helium gas, which one would be static electricity, which one would be given on February 14th. Here are some answers. You ask the question. Earth, what could the question be? Or, and then this one, name that continent, which one has India in it. Or put the food chain in order from smallest plant animal to the top predator. 2 truths and a lie. This section here is always 2 truths and a lie. And it's always about a famous person. So this one's Harriet Tubman. So if you don't know what 2 truths and a lie is, it gives you 3 facts. One of them is a lie. The other 2 are truths, and you have to circle which one you think is a lie. There's also would you rather over here. Would you rather ride a bike or skate? A number pattern, like a math pattern. This one changes. What is the leader called for each one? What's the leader of a school? The leader of a city, state, United States. That's the only thing I don't like about this, is that it's U.S. specific. So sometimes my kids are like, I have no idea what that means. They do know what the leader of a United States is called. I don't know if they know what the leader of a state is called. But we had one that said, like over here, it says name as many types of flowers as you can. That one's always a name as many of something as you can, which we usually do on the back. One of them was named all the original 13 colonies. My kids don't even know what that means. We're Canadian. But that's the only thing I don't like about this. And we just swapped it out with name the provinces and territories. So it worked out fine. My dog is barking in the background. So these we do once a week. Sorry, dog, for the dog. Those are perfect for us for if you're doing critical thinking only once a week. $5 investment, Teachers Pay Teachers. I will link it directly to it in the description box, so you can go ahead and get yourself a copy. It's not mine. It's not anybody I knows. It's just amazing. Highly recommend it for grades 3 to... I've been using it with grades 3, 6, and 10. So it's a little hard for the grade 3, a little easy for the grade 10. So that's what I've been doing. My third hint is I was thinking about what would happen if I wasn't feeling well enough to do school. So if it's just having like a really bad migraine day and the kids already know most of what they can do, they can just go ahead and work from what they're supposed to work on, maybe do a little bit less. Or of course I can just be like, migraine day, don't have school. That's the joy of homeschooling. You can kind of edit it. But if I have a migraine really bad every day for a week, or I need to be, heaven forbid, admitted to the hospital, or I go on a trip and I need the kids to do school, my high schooler has the week stuff written out. Except for like grabbing the sheets or like going to the website, she can do it all on her own. But if it was taking longer than that, or I hadn't planned it for some reason, then I decided to make a Mom's Day Off homeschool list. Now, obviously you can adjust this to if your dad who's homeschooling or grandma who's homeschooling, but I called it the Mom's Day Off homeschool list. And I made this available for you to download and edit. I'll have the link in the description box. So I have a different one for each of my kids. So this is for my youngest. I decided on, ignore this part here. I decided on what she should do in a day to be considered school. So I have that she can read any book for 20 minutes from the Epic website or a real book, so online or not, doesn't matter. Write a paragraph about what you read. Use FrenchGames.net for 20 minutes. That could be Duolingo, it could be another website that you like to use. Play math games at roomrecess.com for 20 minutes, and go outside for 30 minutes. Be active and have fun. That's good enough for a grade 3. For Liam here, for my grade 6, his is read a book for 30 minutes, write 2 paragraphs about what you read, French games or Duolingo for 20 minutes, play games, math games at room recess, watch a documentary on any subject for at least 20 minutes, and go outside for 30 minutes. And for my high schooler, read any book for at least 45 minutes and write a half a page about what you read. Use Duolingo, any language, because she's learning more than one, for 30 minutes. Research what's new in any science subject online and type a half a page about what you read. Use Cetera for 20 minutes. That's like a geography learning game website. Use Khan Academy to learn something for 30 minutes. I don't care what she's learning as long as she's learning something. Watch a documentary for at least 30 minutes on any subject. And go outside for at least 30 minutes. Now, she is able to work on her own. If you have a high schooler who needs more direction, you might need to be more specific. But mine, I can just be like, go learn something and tell me what you learned, and she can go ahead and do that. So I will have that in downloads in the description box. You can grab it, edit it, put your own children's name in it, and I will include recommendations of other websites or things that you might want to include. But really tailor it to your family. If you guys, there's websites that you guys use a lot, put those in there. If there's, a board game or like a game that they can do on their own or do together, add that in there. If you want them to do more drawing, do that. I don't have a preschooler or kindergartner, but if I did, I wouldn't worry about it because they're so young. But if you are worried about it and you want to include activities, then it could be I think I included an example in download for pre-K to K. But yeah, draw a picture, play with Play-Doh, go outside, read a book. You don't need to do much for that age. So it's okay to take some days off, but if you don't have a substitute like the typical teacher does, maybe, sometimes grandma can fill in or dad or someone else can. But if that's not a case for you, especially if you're a single mom, then have a mom's day off homeschool list. So that's my hints and tips. And if you haven't already, I would love if you'd like and subscribe to help other people find this video and so you can see future videos. And if you have any cool ideas or you've used any of these ideas, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.